Good day, grade 9. So today we'll be discussing how to apply law of cosine to find the missing measurement ng angles and side. So here, we still have an oblique triangle. So ang pwede natin gamitin kapag oblique triangle ay law of sine at law of cosine. Pero may instances na law of sine lang ang pwede or law of cosine lang yung pwede. I-discuss naman natin siya sa room. So here, you have triangle ABC where angle C is 41 degrees, side CB is 29, then side AC is 13. So para hindi tayo malito, we will let this as maglala tayo ng mga variable para mas madali natin siyang ma-manipulate. So from here, since angle C is this one, then itong side ay opposite angle C, we'll label it as variable C. Ganun din yung iba pang mga pairs of angles and side. So this will be angle as variable C. We will let this as A and we will let this as B. So bakit? Kasi meron tayong formula or based on the law of cosine in any triangle ABC, here's the formula. So since we're looking for the value of C, ang gagamitin natin ay yung C square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB times cosine C. So let's just rewrite it here muna. So that would be C square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB times cosine C. Kung nahihirapan kami saduhin, ang way ko lang dyan ay since missing yung C, then A and B yung given, then 2 times ng A and B, then ito plus, ito minus, cosine ng opposite angle. Ganun lang po siya. So, substitute lang natin. So, missing yung C. So, we'll have C square. Then, the value of A is 29. So, substitute lang natin. 29 square plus, the value of B is 13, so that would be 13 square minus 2 times the value of A again is 29 times the value of B which is 13 times cosine of angle C which is 41 degrees. From here, pwede na natin siyang i-manipulate. Okay? Pwede naman ding idiretso na lang sa calculator since we have scientific calculator naman. Okay? Pero kung gusto nyo, pwede namang isa-isahin. Since you have 29 square, pwede namang ganon. Okay? Pero since ina-encourage natin yung paggamit ng cycle, ididiretso na natin siya. Now, so we will have 29 square plus 13 square minus itong buong to i-include ko sa isang fraction. Okay? Depende ito sa calculator ninyo. Okay? Pero para mas madali, i-include ko to sa isang fraction. So that would be 2 times 29 times 13 times cosine 41. Okay. Now, depende sa calcu, kapag nag-syntax error, lalagyan lang po ng close parenthesis. Okay. So, the answer is 440.94897. This is a non-terminating decimal. So, equal lang natin. Okay. Pero pansinin mo na itong buong to ay equal sa C square. Pero we're looking for the value of C. So, what will we do? Sa totoo lang, we will get the square root of this equation. So, i-square root ko yan both sides. So, mangyayari, makakancel out yung square root dito, matitira na lang ay C. So, whatever is the result na nakuha natin, square root lang natin. Eh, ma'am, ibig sabihin ba, i-ano natin ulit sa calculator? Hindi na po. Meron tayo dyang button na answer. So, siguraduhin lang na inequal natin. Then, square root, pindot ng square root, answer, which is yung answer kanina na lumabas. Then, yung iba kailangan pang equal sign, yung iba hindi na. Pero, your answer should be 20.9987. So, or 21. This would be 21. Okay. Now, bakit kailangan ganun yung gagawin? Kasi pag hindi po, di ba, ang square root of 4, ang nakuha natin kanina ay, note natin, ang nakuha natin kanina dito ay 440.95. Pag in-square root mo po yun, ano lang natin? Wait. Yan. So, kaya nag-iba to kasi ito na yung kanina. Square root ng answer yung ano natin. Wait. Para hindi tayo malito. I-remove ko lang to. Ayan. So, inayos ko lang yung ano. Kasi nag-input tayo ng answer. So, from there, ito yung gusto ko i-compare. Pag pinindot natin yung square root ng 440.95, kung mapapansin mo, 20.99809 ang lumabas. Pero, ang exact answer ay 20.99878511991. This is a non-terminating decimal. So, kung mapapansin mo, may difference of kaunting units. Kasi ito ay 998,785. Ito ay 998,80949. Konting difference lang, yes. Pero, syempre, lagi kong sinasabi, mathematics ay isang exact science. So, hindi pwedeng, as much as possible, iniiwasan natin yung error sa ganito. Okay? So, from there, meron na tayong value ng C. Now, if you want to extend yung ating question, pwede mo rin kunin yung value ng B, saka angle B at angle A. Okay? Pero, since, sa totoo lang, yung measurement ng angle B at angle A dito sa ganitong klase ng example ay pwede nang gamitan ng law of sine. So, kahit hanggang dito lang tayo. So, once na makuha mo yung value ng C, pwede mo nang kunin yung value ng angle A at angle B using law of sine. Okay? Dun sa kakasunod na video, ituturo ko naman kung paano kumuha ng angle using law of cosine.